YouTube script how I use AI to manage my supermarket. So plans on souk to 30 seconds. Last month I cut our inventory costs by 23% without laying off a single person. The secret, I stopped managing my supermarket the way I was trained to manage it. Instead, I let AI handle the repetitive stuff so my team could actually focus on customers. And today, I'm showing you exactly how I do it because these same strategies work for any business managing people, products, and chaos. Visual, quick cuts of supermarket floor, inventory screens, happy customers. Intro. 0:30, 0:45, 15 seconds. Hey, I'm your name and I've spent the last 5 years learning what actually works when you're managing a supermarket branch. For the past 2 years, I've been experimenting with AI in every corner of our operations. This channel is where I share the tools and strategies that actually stick. Visual, quick channel, branding, intro, animation, main content, 0:45, 5:55 minutes, 5 seconds. Bayat Corlas, point 1, inventory management with AI forecasting, small, 0:45, 1:45, 1 minute. Okay, let's start with the biggest headache any supermarket manager faces. Inventory. Too much stock, you're bleeding money on waste. Too little, your shelves are empty and customers leave angry. For the first 3 years, I managed this with spreadsheets and gut feeling. That's exactly as painful as it sounds. Now, I use AI forecasting tools. Specifically, I started with tools like demand sensing by SAP or LOCAD. Here's how it works. The AI analyzes your historical sales data, weather patterns, local events, even social media trends. It learns what drives your produce section in summer versus winter. It knows that whenever there's rain, umbrella sales spike and people buy comfort foods. The result, I'm predicting demand about 89% accurately now. That means fewer markdowns, less waste, and fresher inventory. Last quarter, we reduced food waste by 18%. The implementation was simpler than I expected. I fed it 6 months of our POS data, that's point of sale data, and it got better every week. My store manager, Maria, was skeptical at first. Now she swears by it. She told me it's like having a crystal ball that actually works. Visual, dashboard, screenshots, inventory system graphics, before, after, waste comparison. Deron point 2, staff scheduling and labor optimization, 1:45, 2:50, 1 minute, 5 seconds. Here's something people don't talk about enough. Labor is your second biggest expense after inventory. At my store, I used to spend 4 to 5 hours every week building schedules manually. It was chaotic. I switched to an AI scheduling assistant, tools like Deputy, Sagebrush, or even ChatGPT with a structured workflow for initial planning. Here's what changed. First, the AI analyzes your traffic patterns. It knows exactly when you need 3 cashiers versus 7. It understands that you're busiest Friday evenings and Tuesday mornings. For some reason, nobody could explain. The AI connects the dots. Second, it factors in employee availability and preferences. It learns who prefers mornings, who always calls in sick on Mondays. Okay, that's probably not in the algorithm, but the tool definitely helps with consistency. Third, and this is the game changer, it balances fairness. No more accusations of favoritism. The system treats everyone equally, and your team actually appreciates that. What happened to my 4 to 5 hours of schedule building? It's now 30 minutes for review and tweaks. My assistant manager has that time back to actually train people and handle customer complaints. We also cut overtime by 12% because the AI doesn't make human scheduling mistakes. That's about $8,000 a month in savings at my store. But here's the real win. Team morale improved. People have more predictability, less surprise shifts, and they feel valued instead of just scheduled in. The initial setup took a few weeks, but now I just plug in my constraints and it handles the rest. Visual, scheduling software interface, time lapse of schedule building, team happiness metrics, the one for us. Point 3, customer data and dynamic pricing, 250, 355, 1 minute, 5 seconds. This one might sound scary, but stick with me. Every supermarket collects data, loyalty cards, payment methods, purchase history. Most managers ignore this data or use it for basic promotions. I decided to get more strategic. I use AI to analyze customer segments, not to be creepy, but to be smarter. Here's what I'm talking about. The AI identifies that customers who buy coffee every week are also likely to be interested in seasonal pastries. It notices that your 8 to 5 professional crowd shops on lunch breaks and buys premium items. Meanwhile, your evening shoppers are families buying bulk staples. Then comes the smart part, AI-powered dynamic pricing and personalized offers. I use tools like Revionics or even build custom workflows with ChatGPT and a database tool. Instead of running store-wide promotions that lose you money on items people would buy anyway, you target specific offers to specific segments. The professional gets an email about premium coffee and pastry bundles. The family gets bulk discount offers on household items. Conversion on personalized offers 3.2x higher than generic promotions, and customers feel like you're actually listening to them because you are just through AI. One more thing, AI helps you price competitively without obsessing over competitors. The system analyzes price elasticity. It knows which products customers are price sensitive on and which they'll pay a premium for. You optimize automatically, fair warning. This requires proper data security and privacy compliance. You're not doing anything creepy, you're just being smart with data you already have. Make sure your privacy policies are clear and GDPR or CCPA compliant depending on your location. The result for me, about 6% overall margin improvement without raising base prices significantly. That's huge in a business with traditionally thin margins. Visual, customer data dashboard, segmentation charts, offer personalization screens. Point 4, quality control and store operations. 355 4:55, 1 minute. Here's something less glamorous but incredibly practical, store operations. Every day someone needs to check if the produce section is organized, if expired items are pulled, if shelves are stocked correctly, if the pharmacy is handling prescriptions properly. It's endless micromanagement. I implemented an AI-powered quality control system. It uses computer vision, basically smart cameras, to check tasks that would take a human an hour to walk through the store for. Tools I use, BrainShop, Shelf Edge, or even custom setups with CCTV footage analyzed by AI. Here's what the AI monitors. Are shelves stocked and face-fronted? Are price tags accurate and visible? Are expired products still on shelves? Is the floor clean and safe? Are promotional displays set up correctly? The camera feeds run 24/7. The AI flags issues immediately. Your staff gets alerts, fixes them, and the system tracks everything. No more surprise store visits from head office. You're always prepared. Benefits: consistency across shifts. Day shift manager and night shift manager run operations the same way. faster issue resolution. A missing shelf product is fixed within 30 minutes instead of discovered 3 days later. Your team stops feeling micromanaged. They're not reporting to a human observer with a clipboard. They're working with a tool that helps them do their jobs better. Compliance audits become easy. You have objective, time-stamped proof that you're following procedures. At my store, we went from a 73% compliance score to 91% within 2 months. No blame, no drama, just better systems. The technology isn't perfect. Sometimes it flags false positives, like it thinks a shelf is understocked when it's just a shadow. But it's better than having a human spot check everything, and it improves constantly. Visual, AI camera system, compliance dashboards, before, after compliance metrics. Dampkes. Point 5, supply chain and vendor communication, 4:55.5, 50, 55 seconds. Last one, managing vendors and supply chains. I communicate with maybe 40, 50 different suppliers, produce, dairy, frozen goods, household items, all of it. Coordinating deliveries, managing back orders, negotiating terms. It's chaos in an email chain. Now I use AI to manage this, specifically ChatGPT for drafting vendor communications, and a project management tool like Monday.com with automation. Here's how. Instead of writing the same negotiation email 20 times, I use an AI template. I plug in the details. I need a 3% discount on ground beef because our volume is increasing, and it drafts a professional, compelling message. I review it, adjust if needed, and send. For tracking, I use AI-assisted project management. The system reminds vendors of delivery dates, flags delays automatically, and escalates IS